back here at Lambeau Field. The Steelers have won the toss. They will take the football, and they want to get it right off the bat with Mason Rudolph at quarterback. Again, it's Connor following his blocking explosion across the 40, 45, 50. He's in Green Bay territory with a stiff arm. And James Conner with a beautiful run.
See Matt Fowler opening up the hole right there. It's going to be interesting to see if he calls a hold or maybe a face mask.
A lot of face mask activity.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense.
All right, the Steelers now with a 25-yard gain, 15 yards added to the end of it. All of a sudden, deep in Green Bay territory. Again, it's Connor with some nice blocking. James Conner still on his feet, the 10, the 5, into the end zone as he sheds Tremont Williams. And that's a touchdown of 26 yards for James Conner, the pride of Erie, Pennsylvania.
Testing the endurance, first ripping off a run of 24. Here he is, 26. Sticking his foot in the ground and getting north and south, able to make the safety miss, keeping his balance.
Ty Montgomery is deep, takes it at the 15 to 20. Montgomery fumbles the football, it's loose, flags fly, and the Steelers say they have it. Do they?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Edmonds has been looking good at camp. The thing I like about him, Charlie, he's the #1 pick. He doesn't act like that. He acts like an undrafted free agent. Rudolph with time, back in the end zone, nice pass, and it's Juju Smith-Schuster. Keep your eye on him, what he does for his little celebration here, but Juju had a touchdown last week. He has another, and he does his own version of the Lambeau Leap to Steeler fans, and he had to find him, and he did.
Smith-Schuster just working a post route to your left. Mason's patient, waiting for the route to develop, delivers the football, and you can see Juju Smith-Schuster. This is a guy who's expected to take that next step. 917 yards last year. He had 7 touchdowns. Here he is with his 2nd touchdown of the preseason.
Pressure from the outside. Chicolo pushed aside. Here comes Huntley now, trying to get away from Morgan Burnett, but he cannot do it. We talked about his sure tackling ability, and he makes that play right there. Again, Rudolph steps up this time, eyes downfield, now fakes trying to get to the outside, and he makes a nice run at the very end. It was Kentrell Bryce, number 29, who had him, but again, more pressure by the Steelers, and Bud Dupree gets around his man right there. Kyle Murphy was no match, and Dupree, and they're expecting a lot of this. Blindside sack.
That's why they moved him to the right side of the football there. Had 40 pressures last year, only 6 sacks, and he blows right by the left tackle right there, and he's able to bring down Brent Huntley.
2nd down and long. Kaiser drops back. Pressure up the middle by Boston. Kaiser down the middle, and his ball's dropped there by St. Brown. By the way, that's the 2nd one that he's dropped tonight, right in his hands. Cam Sutton in coverage.
You see Cam Sutton right there. Nice ball placement as he's able to get his hand inside of the receiver and able to deflect the ball. It actually hits the receiver's hand. Sutton, left arm, gets the ball out. That's a nice play by Sutton.
All right, fake to Samuels, rolling right as Dobbs on the money, has his man right there, James Washington. That's good to about the 25-yard line, and it's a 1st down for the Steelers. Also, Bucky Hodges, the Steelers have liked what he's done at tight end. Over the middle, the pass down, up and in, and they were just talking about James Washington. He goes up over his defender, and he's shown that a lot of training camp. A nice connection. Dobbs to Washington, and the Steelers are on the board.
That is a great combative catch by Washington. He does this a lot in training camp. This week here had a couple of fantastic catches in the end zone.
As you mentioned, Green Bay knows they're likely going to be passing a lot, but you got to create some of that space yourself. Here's pressure. As I mentioned, Banner trying to hold him off. Down the field. He has his man, James Washington. Washington already has 1 touchdown tonight and is prevented a 2nd, but that's a huge gainer all the way down to the 14-yard line, and it is 1st and 10 for the Steelers. What a route by James Washington.
Playing a lot of man-to-man coverage.
They built a 14-0 lead when Rodgers went to Jimmy Graham, and then the Steelers got 2 touchdowns to make it 14 apiece, and since then Green Bay has pretty much dominated. Samuels again. This time he gets into the end zone, and the Steelers do have another touchdown and plenty of time left in this football game. They need to take advantage of it, and they did. Jalen Samuels, a 5th-round pick out of NC State, gets in, and it's now 48-28.
Talking situational football here. You don't get many opportunities like this in the preseason. They stayed within their goal line package. 2 runs, able to get into the end zone, and here you are right now with another 2-point conversion by Tomlin.
Pressure up the middle, and L.J. Fort all over Tim Boyle. He gets an uncontested sack right there. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Steelers after that timeout now, getting back to work. Dobbs looking into the end zone. Washington, it's a jump ball. Who has it? And it goes to the receiver. James Washington went up and took it away again. And he's been really good at doing that. Took it right away from the defender. And it's a second touchdown of the night. Herb Waters was in there. 22 yards. That's the way it goes.
Jump ball. James Washington did a nice job earlier going over the defender, making a catch, and right tie will go to the receiver.
But it's a final in Green Bay. Two of the longest tenured coaches in the NFL, Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy, come together.